Hey guys, this is Team NEG, and today Maurice and I have an extremely fun Jedi Knight Revan counter for you that GOM has been working tirelessly in Arena perfecting. Now, this team is not the most dependable.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
GOM's going to tell you the conditions in which it's just a straight up lose, but it can serve as a great backup team in Territory Wars and Grand Arena. Good old Maurice. Finally, Nute has come into the meta, a favorite character of yours for a long time. Tell us all about this team that you've been working out in Arena this week.
But this month is going to be Separatist month on Operation Metaverse, just kind of a look into all the things possible that you can do with Nute and Dooku together. Now, the team consists of Nute Gunray, Dooku, B1. Now, your other two slots are going to be a tank, which you have two Separatist options, IG-100, and then you also have Sunfac, and then you're going to have an attacker. The attacker can be Asajj, it can be Grievous, it can be Geonosian Soldier. Unfortunately, Spy doesn't really have a place with this team yet. We'll see as we progress through this month. But first off, she did say that it's not very dependable, and that's because if B1 gets marked, that's a wrap. Just go ahead and retreat, save yourself 4 minutes and 30 seconds. But that's about it. If Dooku gets marked, that is undesirable, but there is ways to wiggle out of that, especially if you have invested in that Zeta. Again, Nute Gunray, Dooku, B1, your option of tanks. You can also use Night Sister Zombie. She's a very, very, very good fit on this team, and then you can choose an attacker. The Zetas that you will need are going to be Nute Gunray's unique. It basically grants 5% max health damage for every debuff. It's a very debuff-oriented faction, with the exception of Geonosian Soldier. So he does lose some points there in that regard. And then you're going to need B1. 100% you need B1. Why do you need this Zeta? Because those 50 extra stacks that he gets will provide exactly what you need to build this indestructible tank sort of comp, right? So for every stack he has, it's going to add 0.5% of tenacity and crit avoidance. And then it determines the amount of healing he provides your tank. As you'll see in these videos, Dooku basically goes first. You want a very, very fast Dooku. Very, very fast. As fast as you can possibly afford to make him. And you also want as much speed as possible on Nute Gunray and B1. I would prioritize Dooku, B1, Nute Gunray. The more turns B1 takes, the more stacks he gets.
All right, so tell us about the order of attack with these characters. Who goes first, and what's the general strategy?
Well, as I mentioned, Dooku, you want him as fast as possible. He goes first. You want your Nute Gunray and you want your B1 no more than 15% slower than your Count Dooku. That will assure they get to take their turns as soon as Dooku takes his, provides a turn meter, and puts everybody in stealth. Your attacker should follow somewhere as close as possible to the end of their turns. And when Dooku provides a turn meter, he provides it to everybody except the tank. Your tank, again, super slow, don't need any speed. He's basically getting an R2D2-like kind of passive taunt before he physically taunts. And when he physically taunts, that taunt should protect your characters the one turn they're out of stealth. Count Dooku's move is on a 3-turn cooldown and puts him in a 2-turn stealth. What you do, and when you're in stealth, no characters can counter you, and what you can do is just continually feed the protection with B1 to your tank. As you can see here, Sunfac simply never dies. We've got Grandmaster Yoda critting, we've got assist moves, we have marks, he's eating it all. The Kenobi assist, he eats all the damage, and B1 just heals him right back up. And you want your tank is slow, you want no speed on your tank whatsoever. Stack him as high as possible with protection first. Then arguably you can make a case between defense and tenacity. B1 absolutely needs no stats whatsoever except offense, potency, and speed. Of course, your attacker, you just want typical attacking, Asajj, Geonosian Soldier, or Grievous. Well, Grievous is different, but if you have Asajj or Geonosian Soldier, stack them with as much offense as you can. You don't really need too much crit chance, because when they cleanse Extortion, you will get a stack of Prophet, which will provide you up to 50% crit chance and crit damage. In the majority of these videos, you'll see that I do have 5 stacks, because the Jedi Knight Revan team is so fast. They take lots of turns and will cleanse up to 5. And that also means they're going to spread the Extortion very, very quickly.
You've outlined a bunch of different characters, which is really exciting. It kind of seems like this is a mix and match squad. Can you outline your 2 favorite teams for us?
Well, pretty much any Nute team is going to thrive on the trio. It's going to be Nute, Dooku, and B1. Tank, I do like Sunfac in this situation over IG-100. IG-100 does bring the benefit of a cleanse, but for the most part, the Jedi Knight Revan team isn't very debuff-oriented team. Sunfac is better. He has a countering Dispel that also debuffs, granting 5% max health damage. And I like SWGOH personally the best. I know that's not going to be feasible for people with just 5 Night Sisters, but she does have the AoE Dispel, just getting rid of all the junk immediately so you can start landing the debuffs, start really dishing out the damage.
Thanks for joining us, folks. This is kind of a first look at Nute. Good Old Maurice has lots of teams working, and we're going to be spending the next few weeks busting off a whole bunch of more counters involving Nute Gunray and the Separatists. Please like and subscribe if you're interested in stuff like that, and join us on our Discord. You can also check out our Patreon at www.patreon.com/Operation Metaverse. We have workshops and other things to offer folks, and we look forward to seeing you as part of our community.
Well, let's go see if we can make this little kitty purr.